everyone, welcome back to the channel. And this is day two of my day trading adventures. And today we made 7 trades. It was another green day, so all is good. Um, yeah, so let's just get into the trades. Okay, moving into the trades here. I did 7 trades today, as you can see right here, and this is sort of the just the window that I used to trade. I'm still on a paper trader. I'll probably be using a paper trader for around a month, just so I can, you know, dip my toes in and see if my strategy is actually profitable. And so yesterday, my last trade was this one here on the 7th, and I'm just showing this to you guys just so you know I'm not I'm not fooling anyone. I'm showing you all my trades. I know some people don't do that, but this is what I have. So I started off with this trade right here. It was a pretty good trade, um, and then I got super aggressive, and I had these two, a really large profit and then a really large loss back to back on the same stock. Um, so I would say I was a little bit over aggressive here because I took a really large share size. Yeah, 1,000 shares at $12. I think that is way too much for my current position. So, even though I had a really good trade and then a not so good trade, um, it was still probably not a good idea to go in with that amount of share size. Okay, so looking at NAOV, this is the stock that I traded the most today. 5 of my 7 trades were just on this one stock, um, and my other 2 trades were I'll go over those in a bit, but this is mostly what I was focusing on today. And so yeah, let's just see how I did. Um, so yeah, I saw this stock pre-market. I was up you know 30 minutes before the actual the market opened, because I usually just look at like the top gainers and see what the popular stocks are currently. And so as you can see, this stock was doing nothing before today, and then it shot up right here at the beginning of the pre-market. And then it just kind of stayed relatively the same. But my eyes were on it because it was up. Oh man, I don't know exactly the percentage, but it was definitely up significantly from the previous day and from usual. And so a lot of people's eyes were on it. And so here we go. Market opens. You see this huge volume spike right here. So I knew people were going in. It was either going down or it was going up. And I saw this first candle here, um, and it was just kind of staying the same, but the volume was huge. So that meant it was spiking in some direction, and so I got in. I saw that the right here, the MACD was slightly positive, even though this little pullback here. And so I got in near the end of the candlestick. So I got in, at around 8:45, and I saw it spike up. The volume was going even higher, and I got a little bit scared, to be honest. I didn't take the full trade, and so I got it out at 8:57. It shot up. I took my profit. I got out, um, which is honestly why I got back in. I saw it kept going up, and so it was around here where I was like, okay, this thing is going to keep increasing. So I'm going to get in again. And this is why I chose the huge share size, because I was very certain of my trade. Yeah, so I got in around 11:07, which is like around the middle of the candle, and then I got out like literally right at the top at 12:18. I guess not right at the top. It was like right here. And so that was my biggest trade. That trade made over $1,000. I was really happy with it. Everything was looking good. I saw the MACD was positive, a ton of large green volume candles. Um, and then for this next one, um, it was going back down, um, but only slightly. It shot up, and I thought this was just going to be like a very slight pullback. And my mistake was these large red volume candles. So it was a large red candle, another large red candle, and then on this third one, or yeah, on the third one, I got in. I was like, okay, I thought this was going to be like a micro pullback, but in reality, it wasn't. There was too much volume, too many people selling or shorting or whatever. People were getting out of this stock. So I was like, okay, you know, well, I got in and then I got out pretty quickly after it went down, but I had I had such a large share size for myself that I really lost a lot of money here. So I got in at 1268 because thought it was going back up, and then got out at 1142. So I lost like $600 on that, which was really like half my profit that I already made for the day, and so that didn't really put me in a great mindset. I should have honestly been done after that, but I didn't want to be done, obviously, and so I kept my eyes on the same stock. And so right here you can see I have two more um, entries. And so this one, I saw this massive green candle. Um, there was a ton of volume. And so I hopped in right here, which honestly, I hopped in and then I hopped out because it went like slightly not in my favor. But if I would have kept it, it would have gone straight back up. But I don't blame myself for getting out. Um, I didn't lose too much on that trade. Let me pull this up. Oh, actually, I did lose a lot. Okay, yeah, around $255. Yeah, so I don't blame myself for getting out. You never want to hold when it's just going down. So I got out, and then it started going back up. So I got in, um, got most of this profit right here on this second spike. Yeah, and I regained some of my profit here. Yeah, $170. Oh shoot. Um, yeah, and so those were my five trades for NAOV. It wasn't a bad day. It wasn't a great day. I was still, in the green. I made, I think, $350 like that today, something like that. Um, which is better than losing money. So I think in the future, I need to really look at these volume candles, make sure there aren't a bunch of huge sellers, because that's always not a great thing because that means people are scared, they're getting out, and it's not going to the moon anymore. Um, but yeah, I still had some good trades, um, but I just need to be more careful about my bad trades. Um, yeah, and that's most of the stocks for today. All right, those were the trades for today. One thing that you do have to keep in mind, and something that has been a little bit tough for me, is don't get FOMO. Um, so when you see like another stock just pushing higher, or pushing lower, whatever, just making moves, it's important to just, I don't know, if it's not the type of stock that you want to trade, then just leave it alone. Focus on the one that you actually are trading or very interested in trading. And that's something that has been pretty difficult for me. I see something moving, I'm like, oh, I want to get in, but it's always not the best course of action because you can really, just dividing your attention like that is not helpful, and you can definitely miss something, like a huge indicator that this isn't really the best stock you want to get into. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind that I've been trying to do better with myself. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and let me know if I did a good job. And yeah, I'll have another one out for tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys.